Hi, it's Jenny from Ginger Ninja Crafts. I have already started this twice. The first time there was a manny digging up the road outside making a racket. Then the second time the postie just knocked on the door, which I think what might be my prize maybe from Ashley Paper and Twine. So I can't wait to open that. So I'm starting again, third time lucky. So this video is to tell you about a souvenir coin I have made for a swap with the lovely woolly Steph. So these coins came up, or the idea for them is from Sherry Secrees. I'll link her Instagram. I can never remember what it's called. Something like I craft for your safety or something. I love it. I never quite remember the words, but I love it. So she came up with the idea of these for swapping, just like you swap inches and twinches and ATCs and ATC coins. So it's a kind of variation on that theme. And then Steph suggested doing one that was related to our hometown where we live, using a bit of old map and then some elements that represent where you live. So this is mine. It is the town I live in, or I don't know if we're a town or a village. We're either a small town or a big village, is Gorebridge. And that is just south of Edinburgh. So we're about 11 miles out of Edinburgh, and we're not very many miles before you get to the Scottish borders. I don't know. Feels like when you drive that direction, it's very soon that you see the sign. So it's a lovely bit of the world. And we moved out here about 6.5 years ago. We wanted a wee bit more space. We had flat. My husband and I both lived in a flat, and we wanted a bit more space, you know, for the wildlife. Tormenting with kisses. So excuse me. So yeah, we moved out and we were able to afford to get a garden and a wee bit more space, because Edinburgh prices are a bit crazy. So I have got a map of Gorebridge. This here is meant to represent coal, because Gorebridge was a mining village or town, up until, I suppose, 80s. Was that when mining kind of got decimated? So yeah, so it was a mining community. This is meant to represent gunpowder. I didn't know how to represent that other than lots of dots, black dots. So when I was looking up kind of what is there historically about Gorebridge, and I came up with information that there was a gunpowder mill, one of the first in Scotland. Some people say the first, other people seem to say no, not the first. But anyway, an early gunpowder mill in Scotland, and that produced gunpowder that helped with the mining, and also apparently went off to the Napoleonic War. So I've got so this is meant to represent the kind of industrial side, or former industrial side of Gorebridge. And then this side is more the sort of natural bit. So we live very close. If you walk through our estate and keep walking, you get to Goreglen Woodland Park, and it's on this side of the motorway. Motorway's not the right word. The main road that heads south. It's on this side, and it's also over the other side. And it runs the River Gore, which is where Gorebridge name comes from, runs through this woodland park. It's called Gore Glen, and it's beautiful down there. And what I didn't realise until I was searching to find some images for things is that it was industrial landscape until the 60s, and then they repurposed it and, you know, did lots of planting to make this woodland area, and there's a lot of wildlife down there, and it's a lovely place to go for a walk. The bit on this side of the road, I can walk that way to go up to the post office, which is much nicer than kind of up the boring street past houses and the chemist and things. So yeah, so that's lovely. So the wildlife, I've done that's meant to be the River Gore. I mean, it's Scotland, the water's not that colour. This little birdie is a siskin, and apparently there's loads of those down there. And then we've got a couple of butterflies. So I think this is a peacock, and this it said was a common butterfly. I think it's more beautiful than common makes it sound. So that's kind of what I wanted to represent, was the sort of rural, beautiful wildlife, countryside part, and the kind of industrial background of where I live. So I thought it would be easier to just make a little video than kind of write it all down. I'll put a few little facts on the back of that, and I will get it sent off today, hopefully. I think we're going to try and get dinner booked tonight. There's an Italian restaurant up the road, which we've been at once before, and it was lovely, and they have nice cocktails, and we quite like a wee Friday cocktail. So hopefully we'll walk up there tonight, and I'll stick it in the post and it'll get away tomorrow. So yes, I am away to see if this is what I think it is. I don't know, I'm not expecting any other packages, and I think Ashley would be the only one I can think of that would decorate it so beautifully. So I hope that you're having a good day, and I will be back very soon. Bye now.